G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the west side of the map. Opening up with a barracks as the English. Representing Team Liquid in the colour yellow, it is the Muslim. And on the east side of the map, playing in the colour red, playing as the French, it's Voldemar 19022. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prairie. We're here witnessing a classic matchup. The French versus the English. A matchup as old as time itself. I'm excited to see what we've got today. I'm not going to spoil the results of the last game, but I suspect we may have something exciting on our hands. For anybody who hasn't been paying attention, Voldemar 1902 got very angry and decided to go Super Saiyan. And as a result, he has been Kamehameha-ing everybody left, right, and center. Beastie Cutie, dead. Marine Lord, dead. Who else? Aussie Drongo, dead. That's not actually true. I'll have you know I did beat him. He's been taking everybody out. He's been taking everybody out. Now, caveat, I don't actually know if he took out Beastie and Marine Lord. I'm just hyping it up, right? Like, don't get mad at the messenger. Even if the messenger came up with the message, you shouldn't get mad at the messenger. That's the old saying. Now, interestingly, a single Man-at-Arms is going to be coming out here, and I like this on this map. The Muslim obviously appreciating the fact that gold veins sometimes spawn a little bit too far away on this map, as we can see demonstrated right here, and he's looking to exploit that. Obviously, the French want to try and use as much gold as they can in the early game, and Man-at-Arms taking a little bit of damage right there. Ooh, careful. But fortunately for Voldemar, he does actually have a nice little sweet spot right here where he can gather the gold from, and he should be covered. And that's just the consequence of the map development, unfortunately. Prairie doesn't have the best resource generation. You can see right here, this one very clearly doesn't have a sweet spot. We like to refer to it as the Goldilocks zone, compared to this one, which very clearly does have a nice little spot in there. So I think he's going to be okay. Worst case scenario, he's got 2 or 3 vills on gold, and that's okay. I think he should be fine with that. Now, we do see plenty of sheep coming through for him already. Now, he's only gone for a single scout opening, which is kind of rare on Prairie for the French to be going single scout. But the Muslim going to be doing the same thing. He's also gone for a single scout opening. And look at this. It appears Voldemar is going for a fast castle. No, not really. That's just a lot of villagers. I guess he just wanted to make sure that he had enough gold. Oh my god, look how much gold he's got. He was just like, he was collecting gold. He's a gold collector. He's up to 306 gold, and he figured, why the heck not? Does he? There's a part of me that's like, is he going to go trade? I'm just like, I'm so impressed by this guy. He has been, yeah. So, I mean, I know we talked about it a bit earlier, but he is just, this guy was sitting at about Gold League, and one day he just said, actually, I'm not Gold League, I'm a Conqueror player, and then he climbed out of Gold League and got to Conqueror. He grinded like 20 games a day and just started taking people out left, right, and center. And we're here today to witness the outcome of a game that's on the rank ladder as these two players prepare for the next 1v1 event. That is correct. These two players definitely looking to eye off the prize pool of $40,000. I think it's $40,000. I'd have to double check. No, you know what? It's Golden League 2. It can't be $40,000. I'd have to double check, but I don't think... No, it's a lot more than that. That was the team tournament. It's don't worry. Look, it's a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. Maybe it's first place is 40,000. That might be it. But anyway. School of Cavalry coming up. And look how fast this School of Cavalry is. I mean, if you ever wanted a fast School of Cavalry, look no further. This is 7 villagers on this bad boy right here. It's still a little bit late, though. Like, you'd expect for a 7 villager on the School of Cavalry opening that this thing would have been up at, like, 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Not really, but you get the gist. 26 sheep. 26 sheep with a single scout. How does he do it? How does he... Oh, my lord! Oh, my god! All right, that's your 26 sheep right there. I was getting excited over here. The New Zealanders were like, I know 26 sheep when I see it. That ain't it. That ain't it, chief. That ain't it. Knight coming through. Gonna be looking to clean up the Man-at-Arms. And if anything, this is actually a really smart play by the Muslim to just be having this Man-at-Arms out here because it's going to delay the Knight so much more. The Knight has got to run over here and then it's got to run back. And that Knight could be over killing villagers. It could be in the wood line. Could be on the gold mine. I mean, there's so many vills out here that could easily be taken out. But instead, the Man-at-Arms remains. But not for long. Did you guys see that? He threw a Molotov cocktail directly at a villager. That poor villager. I think she actually copped the full burn damage. She did. She got 10 damage. The Man-at-Arms doesn't do 10 damage. He does what? 8 damage, I think. We have to double check. I don't think there's going to be any more men-at-arms coming out. I think that's actually smart from the Muslim to go for just the 1 men-at-arms. The 1 men-at-arms achieves the same thing that 2 did, and then it just doesn't, like the second one just doesn't die to the knight. Because that's inevitable, right? That's going to happen. Spearman coming out. So he's bought himself enough time to actually get the Spearman out here. Nice age up time as well, about 5 minutes 10, 5 minutes 20, something around there. Actually, we can math it out. If it takes 15 seconds, yeah, it was about 5 minutes 10. He's already got longbows out. I didn't even see these. I'm like, do I hear palings? And look at that! He says you ain't going anywhere. We're having knight for dinner tonight. We having horse for dinner tonight. Is that? I guess you know what? If you're hungry enough, I'm sure it's probably. Oh my god, he's actually do. Oh my god, he's actually do. Jeez Louise. All right, we got something to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. We got triple trade coming in right now for the French. Now, the question is, how does the Muslim spot this? Because the Muslim, he's playing his own game, right? He's like, I was going to put on a French accent, and then I'm like, wait, he is neither French nor is he playing the French. But he is playing the English. So, look, I could do an English accent, but I'd rather not offend anybody. I've been an enjoyer of Geordie Shore in the past. Let's just say that much. We do see the second knight coming out. And I think this is where it gets so hard, right? Because from the perspective of the Muslim, how does he get a read on this? He wants to try and come out, but every single time he does, Voldemar is just forcing that scout back into the base. Really, really good control coming out from Voldemar here. Non-stop for... Look at this. He's basically just saying, like, he's focusing the scout. That's all he cares about. Because he doesn't care about villager kills. And it's so smart. As long as he keeps tabs on this scout, he knows that the enemy is not going to know about the trade. And even if he finds out about the trade, it's going to be too late, right? Like, at this point, once these traders start coming across the map and he starts getting all this gold income... Oh, God, where did the scout go? There's the scout. Look at this. He's just keeping him in his base. Surely the Muslim's got to realize something is up at this point. He probably just thinks there's a second town center or something like that. The Muslim at the moment not really working towards anything that we can see. He's just gone for the standard double broadaxe wheelbarrow combination. Which is kind of standard. And I love the way that Voldemar's just not even committing. Like, he's just kind of playing around and, oh, yep, look at this. I think he's realized. And straight away, Voldemar's like, you come back here. But yeah, the Muslims realize, but is it too late? And I think that's the question that needs to be answered, right? Like, is the window to shut down trade too small? Because I feel like it's already gone, right? Like, the traders have hit the bell. And now coming through, let's see what he spots out from the perspective of the Muslim. Three knights all chasing him. He sees the stone and he's like, are you going fast cast? Is he moving the vills out? Oh, I thought he was moving the vills to stone to make it look like he's going for a second town center or something. He's just going to another wood line. The Muslim's going to see this. Oh my lord. The Muslims... God, this... Yeah, there it is. There it is. How does he react? Straight away. All the units immediately across the map. He's going straight to the stone mine for now. But he gets confirmation. 8 minutes. Now, how many traders are out already? 9 traders already out at this point. So how does the Muslim go about shutting this down? I think there's a couple of ways. Number one, like the easiest way that you're going to go is just like a little wall in here. And it's not super high investment. The problem that you're going to have is that you're up against knights. And knights are just going to run over and they're going to kill you. And then it's going to be very sad. But Voldemar's going to be careful. Villager number 1 might go down. Getting chased through. Indeed it does. Villager 2 also going to be going the way of the dodo. And archery range going to be coming up now for Voldemar. He's still in a pretty good spot though. I do rate his position. Obviously, he's made a lot of traders very quickly. But this is sort of like the problem that we've got now. Or the reason why, in my opinion, French trade is one of the best in the game. It's not because of the economic bonuses that are there. It's the power of the knight. The fact that you can have knights and control where your enemy goes, but at the same time force them to come to your side of the map. And so you're like, hey, you got to shut down my trade. If you don't shut down my trade, I'm going to just win by trading. So I almost feel like you need to go trade against it, but then, then you're going trade against knights. Like, what do you do? It's so hard. Beautiful control coming out right now from the Muslim. But I fear that there aren't enough spears here. Spears are going to try their best, but the charge is going to be coming in. Looks like a single archer on the back line. He's going to get picked off. The Muslim going to get cleaned up here. These knights definitely going to be looking superior. And still we see the traders coming. More and more traders being traded. Or rather being trained, rather, by the day. He's trying to get a nice little pick off here. He will get one. We know that much. But is it going to be enough? It looks like he might have got a second one here. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this is definitely a second one. So he's picked off 2 traders. But then we come back to the age-old question. You know, how do you shut this down? There's a part of me that thinks maybe Horseman is the answer. Maybe just going, like, spamming Horseman. Because, right, like, let's think about it from the perspective of the Muslim. Okay? He's playing English. Horsemen need a lot of food. English get super good farms, very cheap, so very easy to transition into. So he can really go heavy on Horsemen if he wanted. And at the same time, he can use those stables once he gets into the castle age to make knights, which he wants to do. English love making knights. So there's kind of like, there's quite a bit of synergy there in that. So I would almost be tempted to say, look, as an English player, you might have to stop playing infantry. I know that you don't want to, but you might have to stop playing infantry against French trade. You just can't, you can't deal with knights with infantry because they can choose when they want to fight, right? Like that's the power of the French knight. You choose when you want to fight. Do I want to fight you now? No. Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I've eyed you up. I've sized you up rather, and I can see how much you've got, and I'm going to wait. I need 2 more knights and I need 1 more archer. Okay, I've got it. Let's go. You fight, you clean it up, and there you go. Now you're in a really good position. And look, now we've got the next attack coming out, the next wave. I feel like we're watching a campaign or a mission or something. Like, I need to do like the ping as well. Like, can I do it? I can't do the ping. Ding, ding, ding. Defend the second wave of English invaders. Not the first time that's been said. Definitely won't be the last either. You English fellas, you guys are always looking for an invasion somewhere, aren't you? But we'll get back to that another day. Nice little micro coming through from Muslim. You can see the one by one spitting out those arrows towards the archers. Spearman here looking a little bit healthier this time, but you can see the micro coming out from his opponent. Voldemar just picking apart oh my, look at the spearmen. The spearmen just going in and sacrificing themselves. He's got to be so careful here. Where are the additional spears? In the rear with the gear, I don't see any spear. And now the knights coming in with their superior numbers. There's no way that the Muslim's going to be able to hold this. Voldemar doing such a wonderful job, but we do see more and more spears coming in. This is how he's holding it. Can't hold it with those archer numbers, but can definitely hold it with those spears. Look at the spears running in full speed. He knows what's up. But remember, behind this, the whole time behind this, trade. This is it, right? Like this is the issue. Behind, you're fighting in the middle of the map against a person with even unit numbers, but they're trading. And they're not just doing any kind of trade. They're doing double market trade. So it's paying off twice as fast. And on top of that, they're doing twice as many. Huge investment, but at the same time, a really big return. Let's take a look at the resources a minute at the moment. Voldemar only sitting on 347 gold a minute. Now, I don't know exactly why that is. I mean, we can do the math, right? 15 traders. 173. I'm not going to do the math. I'm terrible at math. It's, look, math is one of those things that it's probably best that we just leave out of the equation. See what I did there? See what I did there? Back towards the base, though. Muslim really no sign of any kind of cavalry switch at the moment. Very comfortable with his infantry. And as I said, I can't help but feel like going for infantry, you're just asking to get taken. Because, like, there's no way you can really push, right? Like, at least with the second TC, you push at second TC, you kill it. But here, it's just so different. And now we've got a little bit of an attack coming through. Spearman on the front line, looking to try and hold. Battering ram moving through. He doesn't give a rat's. And at the same time, the archers have just cleaned up all of the spears. Villagers here as well. But look at this. No more spearmen at all. Knight superiority coming through. Voldemar looking strong once again in this game. In this second game between these two guys. Keep in mind, this is just a random ladder game these guys are playing. But Voldemar up about 16 villagers right now. Huge villager difference. And this might be a cleanup. This could be a cleanup. There's so many knights here. He's picked up all of the upgrades. Take a look at the upgrades that he's got right there. +1 on everything. Extra damage coming through from the charge as well. And the archer's going to be able to pick off those spearmen before they're even able to do barely any damage. Numbers here looking good. Looking solid. Economic upgrades coming through behind it. Wheelbarrow, he's picking it up. And now the villager's going to head for the town center. The Gatling gun going to be called upon. A little bit of extra damage. But eventually he does whittle him out. Beautiful micro coming in from Muslim. Never giving up, never surrendering. But hold on a minute. Villagers getting caught off guard. English villagers. Not known for their speed, but instead known for their bows. But now is not the time to be listening to sound systems, my friend. Now is the time to be running for your damn life. Look at these villagers. 17 traders. He doesn't have the best uptime on these traders, but at the same time, I think this is smart, right? Like, you want to still have a presence on the field. You don't want to go 100% traders. You go 100% traders, you're going to lose the game. You want to make sure that you're pumping out units as well. So I think it's very smart by Voldemar not to be doing that. But at the same time, I feel like he could be trading a little bit. He could be buying a little bit of wood here. Wouldn't be the worst. Villager count at the moment though. I mean, he's up 24 vills. This is getting crazy. And now the knight's heading in. Not a lot of spearmen here. Not looking the best for Muslim. He's trying his best to hold on once again through the middle, but I suspect he might realize it's over. He hasn't shut down the trade, and he needed to shut down the trade. Royal Institute now coming up behind this. Take a look at this. We've got 21 villagers building that Royal Institute. That is a very Royal Institute, if I do say so myself. And does he just go into mass stable here? I feel like mass stable is the play. You just drop like 6 stables. I think if you go like, wait, how many vills does he have? 29 vills on food. No horticulture, no survival techniques as the French. Voldemar, I'm gonna have to reprimand you for that. I'm gonna have to write you up for this one, buddy. Age up comes through. 16 minutes, not a bad time. Immediately we see veterancy coming through for the Royal Knights. Do we also see Royal Bloodlines? There's quite a lot of synergy here when you think about it, right? You've got gold coming in from traders. Look at this gold that's coming through right now. And you can pay for the upgrade, the Royal Bloodlines, because this one's normally so hard to get. Looks like he's purchased a little bit. He's gone for +2. Wedge Rivet's going to be coming in now. King's Palace on the back line. So if I'm in Muslim's position right now, I'm probably thinking about crossbows. I think crossbows are probably going to be a decent unit to move into here. But obviously, you know, I've got the foresight. Oh, excuse me. Wait, what? I'm here clearing my throat. It's 7 a.m. in the morning, trying to get ready to cast a game, and Muslim just says good game. He just says good game. The kid does it. He's just beaten Muslim again. This kid is crazy, fellas. Go check him out. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Voldemar 19022. I'll leave a link as well to Muslim. Go check him out.